In today's episode of our Big Lap series, we explore the Port Lincoln National Park. From climbing down sketchy rusted ladders to access beautiful swimming holes, to seeing sea lions in the wild and camping on the edge of a cliff, this pocket of South Australia has it all. Good morning, we are currently in the Port Lincoln National Park here in South Australia after a very busy day yesterday in the Coffin Bay National Park and super keen to explore this area. So we rolled in here pretty late last night and we're staying in the caravan park here in Port Lincoln. Pretty nice spot, amazing views behind us right here to the water, and there's no like fence, it's just like the caravan park finishes and then the ocean begins.
Yeah.
Whatever this is behind us. Also really enjoyed a nice hot shower last night. When you've been on the road for a week or so, really makes such a difference.
Wash my hair, which is lovely.
Yeah, not the most level caravan park in the world, so we did have to get pretty creative with our max tracks to try and level the car as best we could, but that still made for a pretty good night's sleep. I slept like an absolute rock last night.
Yeah, I slept pretty well as well. I woke up a couple of times, but I was straight back to sleep again. I think we were both really exhausted and I'm still feeling it today.
But after a good sleep last night, we were ready for a big day of exploring this Port Lincoln National Park.
Yeah, so first and foremost, we have to decide where we're going because obviously this whole Eyre Peninsula has been pretty rushed for us and we haven't had a lot of time to figure out where to go, but there's so much to see, so we just need to prioritise what do we want to see.
Yep.
So we'll plan that out this morning and we'll figure out where we're going to stay tonight, roughly, and then we'll be hitting the road.
Let's do it. We are Daniel and Bianca from Explorebound, and this is our Big Lap series. At the start of 2025, we packed our entire life into our trusty D-Max and headed off for the trip of a lifetime.
Starting in Perth, WA, we are making our way around mainland Australia to try and see as much of this beautiful country as we can fit into the year.
We'll be sleeping in our rooftop tent and living out of our fully custom DIY canopy fit out that's been a year in the making just for this trip.
So sit back, relax and enjoy the journey while we take you through all the highs and lows that the Big Lap can bring.
This series is proudly supported by Anaconda and also made possible thanks to iTech World, Altic and Tyre Gear. We were trying to leave the park, but we didn't realise we needed the access code to enter on the boom gate to also get out as well as get in last night. And we threw away our bit of paper that had the access code written on it, so Bianca's just run back into the reception to ask him to kindly let us know what the code is so we can leave this place.
So we are on the road, finally. I may or may not have accidentally thrown out the bit of paper that had the gate code to get out of the caravan park, so I had to go to reception, but that worked out well because I ended up getting one of these, which is a permit to go to Whalers Way, which we were going to drop into the visitor centre in Port Lincoln to get anyway, but then we got to the reception of the caravan park, so that was cool. And that's where we're going to end up today, but it's not where we're starting. Where we're starting is actually...
We are off to the, I think it's the Cape Donington Lighthouse, which is up on the, how would you describe it?
Northeasterly.
Yeah, essentially that point of the national park. So we're going to duck up there, check out the lighthouse, and then just off the shore there's a little island that's marked as having sea lions on the little map software we're using. So we're hopeful we might be able to see some sea lions across the water from where we pull up to check out this lighthouse. And then from there we'll make our way back down the coast, maybe stop in at a couple of beaches along the way or anything else that we see on our drive out there, and that will kind of occupy our morning before then heading to Whalers Way. Alrighty, so we've made our way all the way to the lighthouse here at the tip of the Port Lincoln National Park. Cool to be here, a bit of a bumpy four-wheel drive track getting in here in terms of corrugations and whatnot, but nice to finally have made our way all the way to the point here.
Yeah, so it's not your normal lighthouse, or at least not what I would have expected. I've only ever seen the really old style,
traditional tapered ones.
Yeah, and like the old brick kind of curled one, and yeah, so those. So I've never really seen one like this. This is pretty cool. I don't think we can climb it. It does not look like that, but
no.
Yeah, and there's also a little island that you can look out to, which is meant to have sea lions on it.
So So out there is Sea Lion Island, or whatever it's actually called. But yeah, so we're going to get the zoom lens on the cameras and try and zoom in to see if we can see any over there. We'll see
seal?
if we can see a sea lion.
Very good.
That was those 3 C's.
I'm leaving.
On our way back from the lighthouse and just stopped in at Little Beach we actually spotted on our drive up to the lighthouse and looked absolutely spectacular. So this is a place called Engine Point, or Engine Point more specifically is just up over my right shoulder, and this is the beach that kind of runs along next to it. There's also a campground here too, which looks like an awesome place to stay. And just had to stop in because this is some of the bluest water we've seen along this coastline so far. It's giving me kind of Esperance vibes of that light blue water that goes out right into the depths. So Bianca's already making her way down there and just going to check it out for a couple of hours. Once again, we find ourselves in familiar territory. What have you found?
I found some aggregate rock. Look. It's just like, that's what you make your driveway look like, you know?
Well,
There's
go on,
so much of
pick
it.
a few up and bring them home. We can make a nice driveway.
That would make a nice driveway, don't you think? Like that colour, that nice grey with the black marbling. Or you could go for like a bit more orange tinged, you know, with the black.
I feel like I'm at a display room, like talking with a sales consultant as to what I'd like my driveway to look like.
Or perhaps you would like gravel with white rock instead of the black rock, you know? Isn't that interesting? So it's just like mud that's like fused the rocks together.
Is it set hard like a rock?
Yeah, I can't break it. I can't break rocks.
There you go.
I want to wet it. Ah, see? Interesting.
This is why it takes us forever to get anywhere on these rocky trails. Why are you hobbling along?
I may or may not have lost my thongs along the way. I did have some, but I think I might have left them at one of our campsites.
We have a new strategy. Where are my feet? Alrighty, we've made our way down to Whalers Bay, Whalers Way.
Whalers Way.
Whalers Way. About to make our way through this gate here, which we have obtained a key to enter.
We've got a permit and a key, and the key is kept in a little lockbox just here.
Yeah, so let's head around here.
Aha, they've chained it, that's clever.
That's clever.
Alrighty, come around and unlock him. Ooh. Heavy gate. There we go. Ooh.
Alrighty, we are in. Time to go and check out Whalers Way. We just rocked up at the first little attraction in this Whalers Way called a swimming hole, and we're just walking down here and Bianca was mentioning like It's a long way down, like it must be like a steep staircase or something.
Yeah, I was like, we're a bit high up for a swimming hole, but then yeah, Daniel came down here and found the answer.
So just here, there's a chain that goes off the edge of the cliff here. And then down there, there's like a little like ladder in a cage. And I'm guessing that's the way you're supposed to take to get down to the water.
There's a swimming hole.
Yeah?
That's cool. It's like a little swimming pool.
Whoa, that's so cool.
You gonna climb a ladder?
Yeah, you
You
ready to
wanna
go first?
You go first.
Whoa, it's so rickety.
Oh my god. It's really rusty too. Can you please climb it normally?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
I mean, you wouldn't die if you fell. You just break a leg.
Yeah.
Can she do this one-handed? She is not confident. But she will do it, regardless of confidence. Climbing a ladder with one hand is harder than you'd expect. Ta-da!
Nice.
We lived for this part anyway. Daniel's off. These are just normal steps for Daniel. For me, they're not normal. They do say do everything at your own risk here, so...
Yeah.
God. That's really cool.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, it's a big wave, it's a big wave, it's a big wave, it's a big wave, it's a big wave. Daniel! Nope, I'm too scared.
Bianca's freaking out. We've got some waves crashing up on the rocks behind us down here.
I am so scared of big waves and I'm like, nope, it's time for me to go, it's getting too big.
This is extremely cool though. So we've made our way down to this swimming hole. The water in here is so like crystal clear and a lovely turquoise colour. Look at that nice rock wall behind us there as well.
It is really nice, it's got some cool veins through it.
Yeah, very cool spot. And yeah, very, I was gonna say exposed to the waves. It's not.
Not again, not again, not again. Not an even big one. Oh, I'm not gonna outrun it. Oh, I've gotta run. I've got nowhere to run. I'm out, I'm out. Don't die. That's a big wave, Daniel. Okay, that's it. I'm heading back up. Very bendy.
Yeah. Bianca telling me all the ways I could have died.
Doesn't get it.
The tide's definitely coming in when you see the waves getting bigger and lapping up on those rocks a little bit more than when we first got here. And Bianca's a bit worried.
Daniel is perfectly safe and capable, but it just... I'm an anxious person by nature.
So I've been rescued and I've been brought back up to high ground.
And he's not allowed to go back down.
Do you think the wave's going to get up this high? Okay, I've been, this is my life now, very imprisoned.
You're a chap.
So we're just down checking out another one of these little cliff area lookouts at Whalers Way. This one has this spectacular little emerald pool down in there somewhere. It's so interesting how the water is that kind of like that's emeraldy color. It was similar to the swimming hole we checked out earlier. Really interesting. I wonder what gives it that nice green hue. I'm pretty sure I've seen photos of people down at this actual pool down there as well. However, nowadays there is a big sign up here saying not to go past this sign. 4 people have drowned in this area. So we're abiding by that sign, but pretty spectacular to look at nonetheless. So we've just pulled up where we're wanting to camp and we think we might have spotted a seal down on the rocks. So Bianca quickly run and grabbed her camera out of the bag, trying to get a shot of it.
He's still there.
Yeah, can confirm it is a seal. We're going to get a little bit closer. So we've been pulled up a camp for all of 5 minutes and Bianca's decided that her entire body must now immediately be washed.
No, okay, so I'm freezing and I need to put a jumper on, but I've got sunscreen on my arms and I can't stand the feel of it, and I can't put a jumper on while I've got a layer of sunscreen on and a layer of dirt on the sunscreen, so I had to wash my arms. And Daniel thinks I'm weird for that, but I just can't stand the feel. It's like putting socks on feet that are dirty. That's a big no.
So Bianca just realised our water pump is currently not working. Let's turn the tap on, no water's coming out, and then we realised nothing's on at all. Lights don't work or anything, and we come around to the 12-volt board.
That includes our fridge.
Yeah, everything in here is currently very dormant. Sorry, it's quite cluttered, but these normally have lights on them and there's just nothing going on. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, there's one big master fuse that controls pretty much everything inside the canopy. That lives under the bonnet, so I'm just gonna quickly pop the bonnet and check that. So this is a big master fuse here for the canopy. It's a big 50 amp. It's a weird style of fuse. And I'm gonna need my spanner. One of the best things we've figured out with this setup is storing our tools in here, because this is how easy it now is to get our spanners out. Grab that, got my spare fuses in here somewhere. This is our last one. So if that dies, we're in trouble.
Just look at that fuse.
Out with the old. That doesn't look blown to me. Nothing's changed. Okay, there's more things it can be, which I probably should have checked earlier.
Fuses in here?
The circuit breakers, yeah. I just reset the circuit breaker down here.
Uh-oh folks, that's a lot of concentration concerning down like this. Guys, I've figured it out. I've figured it out. Are you ready? I have figured it out. All you need to do is plug it in.
This is a classic case of like overreacting. Like, I need to change the fuse. Water meter's freaking out now.
First thing you should do is check if it's plugged in, then check your fuse. But that's good.
So the sun is setting over a beautiful day in the Port Lincoln National Park. We have thoroughly enjoyed our time in the National Park as a whole, but particularly in this Whalers Way area. There's so much to do here and it's been pretty spectacular. Yeah,
there's a lot to see. We definitely didn't get time to see it all because we've been doing this pretty quickly. And I guess we kind of knew that there was a lot to see here, but we also didn't really prepare ourselves for how nice every part of it was going to be. So yeah, when you get here, you want to stay longer. So definitely if we had a
couple of nights.
Yeah, I think we'd stay an extra night in this area.
Yeah,
because it's really stunning.
So it was $40 for us to be here today. That includes our entry into the area and our first night's camping, which is tonight. Yeah. I believe if you do stay extra nights, it's an extra $10 per night or something like that.
Yeah, if you want to stay more, it's just an extra $10 each night.
Yeah, but we have ourselves a beautiful campsite here right on the cliff edge, obviously staying a safe distance from the edge. Got to see some seals earlier, and now it's time for us to cook up dinner. And we've got a bit of a camping favourite of ours for dinner tonight. It's also a favourite we do at home as well, but the camping version is a little bit simpler.
Yeah, it's a simplified version for camping, and that is some steak, normally steak sandwiches. Tonight it's going to be steak wraps.
Yes, exactly. So we have ourselves one piece of Scotch fillet steak, which we find works perfectly for this dish. Also a capsicum. Basically, it's going to fry these up on the cast iron frying pan here to get them nice and hot. That makes for a delicious steak. Chuck those in a wrap afterwards. A bit of lettuce, a bit of tomato, bit of sauce, bit of cheese, and job done. So pretty keen. We're hungry. We're pretty tired. Time to get dinner underway. And just like that, we have now completed these delicious steak wraps, which we are so keen to get stuck into. Pretty hungry.
Very hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very hungry. And what a day, what a couple of days actually.
Absolutely.
Eyre Peninsula has absolutely delivered. We have loved seeing every part of it that we have, and we wish that we could have spent longer here. And I know that sounds crazy because we're the ones planning our trip, but sometimes stuff gets cut short.
You just got to make tough decisions sometimes, right? Yeah. So we definitely wanted to get down here, but could only really afford to spend a couple of days.
Yeah, we actually kind of shuffled things so that we could get down here. So we were lucky to get a couple of days, and man, was it amazing. So definitely impressed with that. And what better way to end it than to tuck into some beautiful steak wraps and
Oh,
sit
it's
on the
so
edge of a
tempting.
cliff.
It's been such a busy few days, but it's just the way we like it. Get lots done and yeah, earn these well-deserved steak wraps and then get tucked into bed pretty soon after, I reckon. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of our Big Lap series. We hope you guys have enjoyed watching along, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Happy camping.
Join us for the next episode of our Big Lap series as we head to an area of South Australia we have been so excited to see, the Flinders Ranges. We make our way through some of the most rugged and ancient landscapes we've ever experienced and tackle some of the best four-wheel drive tracks in the Flinders to get a taste for this incredible land.